Here's some pictures. Hey my friends, I'm back doing a video, and this one is on Dwarf St. John's Wort, Hypericum mutilum. So this St. John's Wort is a second one that I've ever found here in Vermont. And this St. John's Wort, it can grow from 4 to 18 inches tall. There's some more over here. This one is probably about 2.5 feet right now. And I'm at my cousin's land. She found it last year, so this year I thought I'd take advantage of it and come and show you another species of the Hypericum. So they can range from colors from yellow to an orange, and they are anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiviral, antispasmodic, astringent, diuretic, expectorant, sedative, mild depression, and insomnia. There are over 484 Hypericums, different species throughout the world. And only Hypericum perforatum, which you'll see in the next video that I'll show you the other Hypericum, is one that's widely used as officially used as medicine. It contains Hypericum, which is I'll show you how you can identify and find them. When you find the little buds, you can squeeze the oils, and this is what you will find that comes out of them. So you can make an oil, and the oil is used medicinally for pain, inflammation, because of the Hypericum. That's how you want to say it. And that's what you're looking for. Now these guys aren't fully open yet, but this is the perfect stage. I'm going to pull this one so I can show you. There's also in the leaves, if I get close enough, I'll have pictures of these also so you can see. You scroll in, there is these little dots that you're able to see. There's oils in also the leaves. And that's your oil that you'll be making. And we're going to go in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to make this oil, but from the other St. John's Wort. That's your Hypericum. So I'm going to show you last year's also. So if you're identifying them and you want to look out in the woods before they even come up, this is last year's. This is what they look like. So let's go back to the St. John's Wort. And also they have been found to have antiretroviral activity. So also caution, don't use the St. John's Wort if you're on antidepressants already. It'd be like a double whammy. You can do this as a tea. You can do this, you can dry the plant and have it as a tea for in the winter time, for those winter blues. St. John's Wort is available also in tablets, extracts. I do make the extracts, and I do make the oil. So those are available. They will be on the website. They'll be available this year. It's used interchangeably, the St. John's Wort, so there's no confusion there. The two that I have found in Vermont are the St. John's Wort Hypericum, the Hypericum perforatum, and this one is the Dwarf St. John's Wort. So that's all I have to say about this one, and you'll see in the next video I'll do the Hypericum perforatum. Let's see if I can get some more pictures. Let's see if we can scroll in so you can see the... So now you can see the oils in the leaves also. There's oils in the leaves and there's oils in those little buds. And this is a perfect time to be picking your St. John's wort for your medicine, for your extracts, for your oils. You see the... and it's photodermatitis. So some people are hypersensitivity. You don't want to be slathering the oil on your body and then going out in the sun because it can cause blistering. So that is something that you want to be aware of. If you're going to make the oil, you want to put it on and make sure you're covering it up with a shirt or covering it with something, or do it at night, and then you're obviously going to shower it off in the morning. So I hope you enjoy this video. I will see you in the next one. We'll talk about the other St. John's wort, the Hypericum. And we'll see you soon. You can find me on Facebook, on Vermont Pure Herbs. You can find me on YouTube, Vermont Pure Herbs, and also on my website, vermontpureherbs.com. Okay, see you soon. Peace. Hey guys, I'm back and I'm just finding all kinds of these beautiful St. John's wort, and look at what I found today. This is a dwarf St. John's wort, and look at my fingers. I have been pressed only a couple of them, and look how much oil came out of these. I'm going to do it again. I'll show you. This is a dwarf. I've never seen these before, but I came across them and I was like, oh, this is amazing. So I've noticed, let's do this test first and I'll show you. I'm going to have stained fingers all day. Look at the oil in these. This is amazing. So the dwarf, these, you know, are most like the wild type, and the leaves also have some medicinal oils in them. And what I've noticed with the St. John's wort this year, and it just kind of popped out to me, and I kept saying to myself, why so much St. John's wort this year? Well, y'all know what's going on, right? We are in August and we have people coming down with the so-called, well, POX. I don't really want to say it on here to get banned. So just letting you know that this St. John's wort is used for shingles, and that's what we have going on right now. It's people are being damaged by you know what, and it's causing nerve damage to our bodies, and that's what a lot of vaccines do. So if you're under a lot of stress or you've been really sick, you could have an outbreak of shingles, and that's what's going on. So St. John's wort is just, for some reason, keeps popping up everywhere around me. So I'm making this video to let you know, if you find your St. John's wort right now, and to be honest with you, I've never seen the dwarf one. This is the first time I've seen the dwarf St. John's wort. Look at this. I think there's more oils in this St. John's wort, the dwarf, than there is in the St. John's wort that I've been seeing. So get out there and pick it. Make your extract, make your oil. Look at this oil. This is amazing. It's so purple. The Hypericum. Hypericum. I'm probably not saying, I'm botching it, but you can look this up. Dwarf St. John's wort, okay? Look at this, it's everywhere. It's all over here. I picked enough to make a gallon. I'll probably come back next week and grab some more and harvest. I got a lot to harvest. I mean, I got a lot to prep today when I get back, so I don't really have, it's getting later in the day, so I don't want to be put things in refrigerators, and I want to be able to process this dwarf St. John's wort. It's everywhere here. So pay attention to what's growing and what you find so much more this year. Like last year we had, what do we have? We had mullein. Mullein was everywhere. And the reason why mullein was out so much, either it's always been out and we just haven't seen it, or it's in such a vibration that it's making you pay attention. So this is how our plants work. They will get your attention one way or another. So when it's present, pay attention. Use it. If you don't know what it is, ask someone. Find someone local that is an herbalist or can show you what it is and how to harvest it. I'm gonna actually, I've already done a video, but the dwarf one is actually done the same way. So you can go back and look at my videos on the St. John's wort. It's very simple. You can make an oil and you can make the extract. So make the oil. The oil is great for rubbing on to your shingles. It lessens the pain. Hypericum is for pain, and also helps with depression. So you can also take it internally as an extract. So I'm going to show you it one more time so you get a really good idea of what it looks like. And here it is. Do the test. Do that little pinch test. Get right in there and go, oh wow, that's St. John's wort. So look at the oil. I got some really purple fingers today. It'll come right off. It rubs right off. Doesn't stain too long. All right, guys, I wanted to show you this beautiful picture, or picture perfect, I should say. This beautiful dwarf St. John's wort. Get out there and pick your herbs. Be prepared. Have this for the winter. Have it for now. Share it with your friends. Go on my Facebook, Vermont Pure Herbs. My website, Vermont Pure Herbs. My viral support is one of the biggest sellers that I have for anything that has to do with colds, flus, viruses. You can get on my my YouTube channel is Vermont Pure Herbs, and also my my Facebook is vermontpureherbs.com. All right, guys, be safe. Get your herbs, pick them. All right, peace. Hey everyone, just wanted to do a little quick video. And I've been asked before, but you can see I was out doing St. John's wort, because here's some St. John's wort. I had a little piece hanging here just for you to look at while I'm talking. And I'm kind of camera shy, so I want to put that out there, that my videos I do are, they're not about me, they're about the plants and me being able to teach people about the plants. A lot of people know what I look like anyways, and I am a real person, I'm not a robot. So today is a great time to be out and take that hour or two if you can, and just try to harvest a couple plants that you think you might know, and look at my videos, and if you don't know them, have someone come with you and try to learn a couple every year. You'll be surprised what you know. So today I did pick some staghorn sumac. You'll see a video on that. I did some pictures, and I did a quick little video on staghorn sumac. Also did evening primrose. She was out there, and there was just one that I saw that was bloomed, and did some pictures. I don't have any on my property that I've seen yet. A friend let me go on their property to do a little harvesting St. John's wort, which I harvested a lot. There was so much there that it was just amazing. It's meant to be when the plants call you, and and it's just been on my mind to keep going over and pick it, so I made a point to go over and get it done today. So get out there and harvest your herbs, no matter what it is, even if it's just red clover. Dandelion is a fun one, always a fun one. We all pretty much know what dandelion is. And so yeah, you can watch the videos a couple different times just to get familiar with a lot of the plants. Like I said, if you don't know, take someone with you. I just saw another evening primrose. So the evening primrose is a fun one. This first year roots are edible, and I talked about it in the videos. Queen Anne's lace is another one. Right now is blooming, so you can be familiar with that and know that it's not water hemlock and learn the difference. Purple loosestrife is another one that's out, and you know, you hear a lot about, oh, it's so invasive. Well, maybe it is invasive, and sometimes things can be invasive because they're very much needed. You know, we need these herbs. These plants are here for our purpose, to help us heal, for food, for medicine, for all kinds of purposes for people's health. So get out there and, you know, learn your plants, learn what they're good for, put the energy out there, because it definitely, you know, plants have energy like we do, and, you know, it's prime time right now. July is prime time for plants, prime time for harvesting, especially if you're looking for the flowers. Roots are in the spring time. You still can dig up roots like burdock root. I'll be doing some burdock root. I'll be showing you how to, the first year and the second year burdock root. The staghorn sumac is a fun one. It's so bright and beautiful right now. I can't wait to go home and do the video on showing you how to do the iced tea, the pink lemonade, iced tea, pink lemonade. Well, you can call it iced tea if you want, but the pink lemonade. So yeah, there you have it. Get out and enjoy today. Pick your herbs. I am driving and talking and doing a little clip, and I am a human, I'm not a robot. Just to let you know, I'm just camera shy, and I really don't want you focusing on me. I want you focusing on, you know, my words and the plants and what I'm doing as far as edibles. You know, no ego, no anything of the sort, just me talking and you listening to my voice and, you know, looking at the plants. So your focus would be more on, you know, what I'm doing and not me as a person. So I hope that clears some things up. People keep saying we never see you in the videos, but there are a couple there. I think way back there was probably a couple of me in a video near my greenhouses, but not right now. I haven't done any. There's pictures of me on, you know, the YouTube channel and on Facebook, so you can see me on there as far as selfies go. I don't do too many of them. But follow me on my Instagram and follow me on my Facebook. I mostly put everything on the new Facebook, and like and share so that other people can learn, and it also helps my business. The more you like it, you know, the better it is, more people get to see it. All right, you all have a great day. It's beautiful out, at least it is in Vermont, and check out the website. It's vermontpureherbs.com, and all my products are not on there yet. We're still waiting for labels to get things rocking and rolling. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know, and we'll go from there. All right, have a great day. Peace, and be safe. Hey everyone. So I'm back doing a short video for you on the St. John's wort oil. I just finished straining like all of my oil this evening. So I wanted to share with you what it looks like after it's finished and just talk a few minutes about it. Look how beautiful that is. So it looks like almost like a blood red. Sounds gross, but it's a nice oil. So just talk a few minutes about St. John's wort oil. St. John's wort is, the Latin name is Hypericum, perforatum, and you can buy St. John's wort, the Hypericum, in a homeopathic form also, but this is great for rubbing on for shingles because of the nerve pain, sciatica pain, back pain, neck pain, anything that has to do with nerve pain, nerve injury, cold hands, feet because of the neuropathy pain, diabetes pain, the list goes on. I'm a little pooped tonight. I've been working all day in my shop, rearranging and doing a bunch of work in here, so I decided I better strain this. It's been sitting long enough. So just a couple things. When you're making your St. John's wort, you make it with the fresh flower. It's about the only one that I know of that I do with the fresh plant that you can chance it. And that's how you get the properties of the Hypericum. Hypericum. So you can see here, you see the little water, and that's going to settle to the bottom. And so what you do, you strain it, you let it sit. I'll let it sit for a week and I'll come back and I'll check it. And water and oil doesn't mix, obviously. It'll sit to the bottom, it'll settle. That's pretty cool. I'll just sit on top like that. But it'll settle and it'll bead little water beads on the bottom. So you can strain it and then strain it, dump it into another jar really slow so that you can discard the little water droplets on the bottom. So it's going to make your oil last a lot longer. You don't want, oil and water doesn't mix. Obviously we know that. And we don't want to create a bacteria with that water sitting in there. So you might have to do it a couple times. You would strain it and then let it sit, keep an eye on it and do it again. So when you're making your oil, you want to make sure that the plants come all the way to the top. Not the plants, but the oil. So you can fill your jar pretty good. And then you want to make sure, so what I do is I make it come all the way to the top, and the oil sits right on top of here. And when I put the lid on, it kind of spills out a little. This way I know there's no air in there at all. Because if your plants are sticking out, it's going to oxidate. And that's everything. Even doing your extracts, anything that you want to make, you don't want them sticking out of the oil or alcohol. You're going to create mold. And I've done it. I've had to throw a gallon of this away many years ago when I was learning. I learned the hard way, but I learned. So you don't want to create mold. What I do have, I have these little glass weights that you can use. These when you're, if you're using just a small quart jar, these will weigh the plants down so that they don't stick up, and then the oil will come over the top of these. But these are nice. This is what I use for when I'm fermenting. If I'm doing some jars of fermentation, these are just heavy weights, glass weights. You can get bigger ones. They're called solid weight for wide mouth fermenting weights. They come in a pack of 4. They're pretty cool. Is it 4? Yeah, there's 4 in there. Pretty cheap. I got my little light. I love this little light. This goes to my sewing machine. I bought it for my serger. I'm a seamstress by trade. I can sew anything. So the Spec to St. John's Wort. Enough about sewing. The St. John's Wort oil. It's good to have some on hand. I'm going to put the price of the oil underneath the video here. I just wanted to do a quick video before I lost track of. That's pretty cool how it sits right on top. So before I got busy doing other things and forgot all about it. I have to do things when it's on my mind because I'm always busy all the time. So this is St. John's Wort, Hypericum, perforatum. I'm not good with my Latin words, but when you Google things, the Latin words do pop up and they say it accurately. You can always Google how to say the Latin name, and that teaches you how to spell them out. A lot of them we used to sing in class, out in the woods, so I knew a lot of them that way. The hard ones anyways. So that's St. John's Wort. Stay tuned. I'll be doing some videos soon on some live on my extracts, talking about them, what they're good for, trying to, educate you a little more on how to use them, lots of different ways for kids, and we'll go from there. So have a great evening, everyone, and enjoy this beautiful St. John's Wort. I put my light on it so you can actually see the beautiful color. Isn't that pretty? It gives you a reflection of me. All right, that's it. Have a great evening. Peace.
This is medicine. 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 Medicine, 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 medicine. This is medicine. There's medicine all around you.
Hey everyone. So today is June 24th, and this is St. John's Wort. And the reason why I bring up that date is because June 24th is when St. John's was his birthday. And they say that on his birthday that he, this was named after him because it blooms on June 24th. St. John's the Baptist. So St. John's Wort, how you can tell what St. John's Wort looks like, and there's a couple lookalikes also, is by taking these little tiny pods, which will bloom out like this and turn into these beautiful little yellow flowers. If you take them and pinch them, they will make this Hypericum oil. Isn't that amazing? And so this Hypericum oil, this is the Latin name, Hypericum perforatum of St. John's Wort. And that's used for pain, it's used for depression, it's used for nerve pain, nerve injury, stomach issues. It's used for quite a bit of ailments. I personally use it for pain and depression, not for myself, but in my oils and extracts that I make. So this one here I'm going to add to my oil and hopefully have quite a bit of oil ready for sale on the website in a couple months maybe. So some lookalikes. Let's go over here and check out these little lookalikes. Of course, you know the little daisies. These guys here, if you didn't know what you were looking for, you would think that this might be St. John's, which it's not. It's in a buttercup family. And then there's also a couple more. Let's walk over here by the pond. There is this little guy, which looks like a little snapdragon. And if you didn't know what you were looking for, you would think, oh, this is St. John's Wort. And to be honest with you, St. John's Wort usually grows right around these little guys and buttercup, but I don't see any here right now. I saw some earlier and I actually picked them because I already started my oil. So let's go back over to St. John's Wort because the birds are getting a little annoyed with me. We have nests over there, the red-winged birds. So back to St. John's Wort. There's a lot of folklore, names for plants. That's where they get their names from. Colt's foot looks like a colt's foot, the leaf. So, it's fun to look up some of the names, but it's not really necessary that you really need to know all of them. They're fun. It's great to know a little history. But I'm more into looking at these plants as, what are their properties? How do they help us? And why are they here? So everything on this earth has a purpose, whether it be for us or for animals, and I've said this plenty of times in videos. But this time we're talking about St. John's. So take a little look at this. I like picking them right before they pop open. They have the most oil in them. These do too. You can use a little bit of the leaves. Do a little quick research, look them up. See, these guys aren't even open yet. This is perfect. So that's it. We're going to go in and I'll show you how to make the oil, and we'll go from there. So we're back and we're going to, I'd already started some oil earlier today, then I decided, I better do a video. So I only have a half a gallon here, and here's the St. John's I just picked out there that I showed you. And this is how easy it is to do the oil. You're just going to take your St. John's Wort, and remember, you're only going to do this when it's fresh. You can't really get any oil out of something that's dried. You can do the same with lavender. You can do fresh lavender. You have to be careful with the water with the lavender, though. I've done it with fresh oil, herbs before, but with the St. John's Wort you have to, and that's the way you get these nice purple type oils, out of the plant. So all you're going to do is just cut these. You can have a little bit of the greens in there. It's not going to hurt it. I don't put them all in there, but I do put some. You can see there's some in here already. And I just cut these up and I put them in. And you're going to let it sit for about, I'd say about a month. They say put it in a windowsill. I'm not really keen on doing that. I think the sun can really destroy your oils, make things go rancid, too much heat. So right now it's what, 85 degrees outside, so I think you're good. You don't really need to stick something in the blazing sun to have it activate. This is ridiculous. So just take, and I've made this every year. I make oil every year. I've been making St. John's wort oil for many years. I can't even tell you how many years I've been making the oil. So we're just gonna continue to add this here. I do have more St. John's wort around here. You can make an extract. The extract's really good for depression. It's good for a lot of other ailments, stomach ailments. I've said that before. You can look it up, lung ailments. I'm more particularly looking for it for the Hypericum for the nerve injury. I'm not going to bore you by doing this and keep chopping it all, but you get the idea. This is what you're going to do. Make sure you cover your herbs. You want to go right to the tippy top or wherever you are. And if your herbs keep popping up, they do have those little glass. I do have some of them. There's these little glass weights you can put them in to keep your herbs down. Same when you're making a tincture. And this is the same way you're going to do a tincture. Like pretend this is vodka. You want a 90, 100 proof. 100 proof is good. If you can't get 90 proof, just use the 80 proof and just let it sit a little bit longer. There is some Hypericum in the leaves. There's not very much. I mean, I have seen a little bit, but not much like you would think there would be. Yeah, so there you go. There's your oil. Oh, let me show you last year's. So this is last year's. I found it and I wanted to bring it in just as a, a sample of what it looks like when it dies back. So in the wintertime, you can find this. And then when you see this, you'll go, oh, so this is where St. John's wort is going to be this coming year, because it'll throw seeds around. If you yank them out of the ground, you're not going to see them come back, because they will come back. They'll come back every year. But they do have seeds, and they do throw their seeds. So that is last year's St. John's wort, which was right next to the St. John's wort that I actually picked. So I wanted to bring it in and show it to you. It's pretty cool. They're just little tiny pods. They didn't get picked. They went to seed, just like anything does. So there you go. This is made with MCT oil. You can find it organic. This is non-GMO, vegan type oil. People use other oils. You can use avocado oil. Just remember your oils, if they get too hot, they'll go rancid. MCT oil, which is fractionated coconut oil, it really can withstand quite a bit of a heat. So right now I'm just going to leave this, in the cabinet or down in my herb shop. Up here is ideal because it is about 85 degrees out and it's going to be warm for the next, who knows, couple weeks. You'll start to see this turning a really nice red. You'll see the red coloring. I do have pictures. I'll post pictures of my oils that I've made in the past. You don't really need to do anything special to it. Just let it sit. You can watch it. You can stir it. You can shake it. You really don't need to do a whole lot with it. And then you can use this oil to rub on bruises and sprains and whatever ails you. Your ankles, your feet. But caution, I want to let you know that this also could be a dermatitis, which means it can cause a blistering too. You're not going to slather this all over your face and on your arms and then go out in the sun. Just don't do that. So be mindful. If you're going to put this on, you put it on at night, or put it on and make sure you have like long sleeves and cover the areas. This is one of the reasons why I do not like to use St. John's wort in a lot of formulas, because of, I'm not saying people are ignorant, they just don't have the knowledge. So you need to teach them and let them know not to go out in the sun afterwards. Photodermatitis means sun can cause blistering. There's a few other plants that can actually do that. So be mindful when you are using it. Some people have more sensitive than others, and you know, if you're making it and selling it and you're telling them, you know, hey, you know, you can put this all over your body, don't tell them that. Just let them know there's cautions and precautions to a lot of things. This being one of them. I like to keep this by itself when I'm doing it. I do have it in one of my oil formulas, and it's my pain salve. So if you're sensitive to things, light-skinned people can be more sensitive to the sun. Just let them know if you're going to rub this on pain, do it at night, or wear a long sleeve shirt and long sleeve pants if you're going to use this oil. Alright folks, that's it. We'll see you on the next video. I hope you learned something today about St. John's Wort, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.